As the world continues to evolve through the inevitable passage of time, some aspects of earthly existence never seem to change. The sun sets in the west, the flowers bloom in the spring, and every year, the latest entry in the Forza franchise is released to the world. At least, that's how it used to be. But in 2019, for the first time in almost a decade, Turn 10 Studios announced that there would be no new Forza game for an entire calendar year. And it wouldn't be until 2021, 3 years after the last game in the series, that Forza Horizon 5 would end this unprecedented absence. 4 years after that, Forza Horizon 6 could finally be announced at this next Xbox showcase, and with that extra development time provided to Playground Games, it has the potential to be the best Horizon game yet. While we're sure the seasoned developer has made the most of this extra time, there are a few improvements we can't help but hope are included in this next Forza entry. Here are 5 things from 5 different video game franchises that we hope to see in Forza Horizon 6. Anyone who has played Forza Horizon 3 will remember that it had many marked improvements over prior games in the series, but there was one improvement in particular that remains a personal favorite. Horizon 3 was the first game in the series that included working horns, allowing players to set up automotive convoys with NPCs and other players in free roam. With the ability to change a car's horn to sound like everything from a police siren to a honking rendition of In the Hall of the Mountain King, the inclusion of this feature was not only functional, but also inherently enjoyable, both giving players more personal control over the cars they drove and allowing them to better submerge themselves within the world of the game. With this in mind, we want similar automotive immersion features in Forza Horizon 6. More specifically, we want immersive features similar to those in Test Drive Unlimited. Along with working horns, the open-world racer also included windows that players could roll up and down, and headlights that players could manually turn on and off. Considering that Horizon 5 currently allows players to operate similarly intricate moving parts such as the retractable hardtop on the McLaren 720S, we know that Forza's car models are more than capable of replicating other features present in its spiritual predecessor. And considering that Test Drive Unlimited's sequel already had player-operated indicators available in 2011, the inclusion of these and other immersive features in the Horizon series is well overdue. Like turn signals and roll-down windows, a change to how players acquire vehicles in Horizon 6 could provide another enjoyable way for players to plunge themselves into the experience. In Forza Horizon 5, all cars are bunched together in the Auto Show tab on the player's home screen, which, though convenient, is far from an engrossing way of getting that new Corvette you've been eyeing. Once again, Test Drive Unlimited provided a solution for this in 2006 by having actual automotive dealerships scattered throughout the open world. These dealerships allowed players to walk around and explore each car in first person, allowing them to open doors, look at purchasing options, get in the driver's seat, rev the engine, and even take the car for a test drive prior to purchasing. These sorts of options would add so much to the Horizon 6 experience, including a greater sense of occasion to buying that Lamborghini you've been saving for. Once again acknowledging the existence of the Forza Vista feature in the Horizon series, it should be fairly easy to implement an auto show feature in the game, and the presence of them would provide another incentive for players to explore the open world. Speaking of which, from stealth-focused first-person shooters like Far Cry 4 to atmospheric role-playing games like Fallout New Vegas, the quality of an open-world video game is ultimately dependent upon the quality of the open world itself. The Forza Horizon series is no different. Because the main draw of this series is the ability to cover every part of the map in burnt rubber, a highly varied open world with vastly different terrain could easily jettison Forza Horizon 6 above any other open-world racing game. With this in mind, a vast open world based upon the entirety of the African continent would be perfect for the next entry in the series. Not only would an African map provide a wide range of different and exotic locales to explore, but it would also allow Playground Games to improve and expand features from prior games in the franchise. Horizons 3, 4, and 5 all experimented with including animals in the game world, and an African map could allow for some truly fantastic biodiversity in Horizon 6. Imagine being able to power slide through a herd of elephants or race a cheetah in a showcase event. Along with animal life, an African map means that the beauty spot feature from Horizons 3 and 4 could be greatly expanded with opportunities to explore such spectacular locations as the Great Pyramids or the Okavango Delta. It also means players would be able to participate in massive cross-country races crisscrossing a crocodile-filled Nile River, an experience that I think everyone would be on board for. Along with the open world itself, the hub worlds present throughout the Horizon series could use some improvements as well, specifically when it comes to interacting with them. In Horizon 5, the hubs of the Horizon Festival and the various homes players can purchase in-game are not much more than glorified menu screens, taking the player out of the open world fantasy of being a rich festival goer with an Aston Martin as a daily driver. Instead, we'd like to see the implementation of actual garages like in Project Gotham Racing, where instead of looking at their car collection through a menu, the player could actually walk through their garage in first person. In Horizon 6, a similar first-person hub world could allow players to change clothing by walking into a closet, sit in front of their television to look at photos and replays, and walk into their garage to look at their car collection in Forza Vista mode, or take one out for a drive. Furthermore, just like the previously mentioned in-world car dealerships, an explorable and interactive home will not only give players something else to do in the game, but also give them another way to immerse themselves in the fantastic open world of Horizon 6. Since the first few iterations of the franchise, Forza games have emphasized visual customization almost as much as racing. Painting, decal application, and vinyl editing have existed within Forza games from the very start, and have remained largely unchanged in the last 20 years of the franchise's existence. Now, we're all for the mentality of if it isn't broken, don't fix it, but there are nonetheless some notable omissions to visual customization in Forza games that are well overdue. While painting tools are fantastic overall in the Horizon series, upgrade-based customization like spoilers and hood scoops are generally less so. Forza Horizon 3 made the last major leap forward in this area with the inclusion of body kits, but they were only available on a handful of the 350 plus cars in the game and remain similarly limited in later entries. With this in mind, we think it's about time for the Horizon series to expand body kit customization to all cars in the game. Along with body kits from actual aftermarket companies and custom ones created by the developers, body kits based on designs from coach builders like Zagato and Bertone are something we would love to see. Additionally, we want to see Playground games include the sort of detailed visual customization available in the Need for Speed series, in which there were multiple sets of adjustable bumpers, side skirts, hoods, and full body kits available for every car in the game. It doesn't have to be quite at the same level as the auto-sculpt feature in Need for Speed Carbon, where the player could use multiple sliders to build their car like a custom character in an RPG, but having multiple semi-adjustable bodywork options for every car in the game would be a fantastic and greatly appreciated addition. Especially considering that most of the cars in Forza games are still stuck with having a generic spoiler and racing splitter as their only customization options. Here's hoping that won't be our experience in Horizon 6. When Forza Horizon 2 was announced in 2014, much of the advertising for the game emphasized the more unrestricted nature of its open world. Unlike in the first entry, where players were limited to traveling on established dirtways and roadways in the game, Horizon 2 allowed players to leave their limits and drive off the beaten path for the first time. While this aspect was certainly liberating and allowed us to indulge our fantasy of leveling farmland in a Corvette, it didn't fully free us from some specific limitations that still hindered gameplay to this day. Even though players can turn off the road at any point, they still cannot turn off the numerous NPCs that fill the game world. Trying to pull off the perfect drift line in a Ferrari is hard enough without also having to simultaneously slalom around traffic, and even harder when Drivatar-based NPCs are so keen on giving you a front-end collision. In order to eliminate this frustration, we propose the implementation of a free play system akin to the one in Skate 3, where players can turn aspects like traffic and NPCs completely off, allowing them to have the road all to themselves. This feature could also be expanded to solve a major problem that's unique with the most recent Horizon games. Forza Horizon 4's inclusion of seasons was both a kiss and a curse, and while it did allow for a wider variety of weather conditions in the game, it didn't allow players any freedom in choosing those conditions. If it just turned winter in-game, a player who wanted to explore the open road during the summer would have to wait 2 real-world weeks in order to do so. With this in mind, giving players the option of opting out of this week-by-week season change and instead allowing them to manually control weather conditions in a free play mode is an addition that we can get behind. Furthermore, a free play mode would be a fantastic way to turn off various heads-up display elements like event markers and the flashes of speed traps, allowing players to view and enjoy the beautiful, hopefully African landscape free of any annoying visual obstructions. While this video has largely consisted of new features adopted from other franchises, this last edition involves returning features from prior Forza titles. More specifically, we want some of the fantastic features from Forza Motorsport to find their way into the next Horizon game. In Forza Motorsport 6, each car in Forza Vista included narration detailing aspects like the engineering behind the car and the history of the manufacturer. Though this feature was included in Horizon 3, it was absent in Horizon 4 and has since disappeared from all Forza titles. The return of this feature can only make the Forza Vista experience better, and if the developers are able to provide greater depth to each car's narration, it could very well be a unique selling point for the game.
The formula follows cues from the first GT40. 1 part lightness, 1 part durability, and a whole lot of power.
Along with this, we also want the teams at Turn 10 and Playground Games to finish the task they started at the beginning of the 8th console generation and finally put all the cars that have been missing from Forza games since the Xbox 360 into a Horizon title. And by put them in, we mean have them available at the start from a car dealership or the auto show, and not as a time-limited exclusive prize for a Forzathon challenge. Unicorn cars have been a nightmare of artificial scarcity since their egregious inclusion in Forza Motorsport 4, resulting in an epidemic of price gouging on the auction house. A second-hand Nissan should never cost $20 million, especially in a video game. Considering how firmly established this frustrating feature is in Forza Horizon 5, we'll be more than happy to see Playground Games finally flush it down the drain for good. For us, having to shell out tens of millions on the auction house or wait for the developers to give us an exclusive Lamborghini Murcielago for doing a 500-foot jump on a danger sign just isn't as enjoyable or satisfying as buying that Lambo with a lime green interior right from the dealership, and then proceeding to floor it down an empty road through the Serengeti. Those are 5 different things from 5 different video game franchises that we want to see in Forza Horizon 6. But what do you want to see? Tell us in the comments and like and subscribe for more content like this from the classiest cavern on the World Wide Web.